Club. This week we're going to talk about the brunch bunch. Things you might like to have for a brunch or breakfast. It's going to be great. Just hang on. The first thing we're going to make is a breakfast sandwich. You're going to need an egg, a ramekin dish, onions, peppers, salt and pepper for seasoning, some grated cheese, some cooking spray, and just a little splash of milk. So we're going to start, and we'll need a fork also for stirring. We're going to start with the empty ramekin dish, and we're going to put the egg right in the dish, crack it up. Just like that. Now we're going to take our fork and mix up the egg. And we're going to add that little splash of milk. And just a splash. Just like that. And then we're going to stir some more. The next part we're going to do is we're going to cut using a very sharp knife. So you'll need your grown-ups to help you with this. So you're going to do a little bit of cutting. You don't need very much because it's a very small sandwich that we're making. So we're going to cut this very fine. Just like that. In fact, I think that's probably enough for this. Then we're going to cut just a little bit of onion. I'll take off this dead part here. I don't like a lot of onion, so I won't put too much in this. And there you go. That's about all you're going to need. Just a little wee bit. Now we're going to take the empty ramekin dish and we're going to give it a little spray so that when we're microwaving this, it's not going to stick to the bowl. Just like that. Now we're going to pour in our egg and milk mixture. We're going to add a little bit of pepper and just a little shake of salt. Now we're going to put in the vegetables. You can add meat to this too if you like it, or some bacon bits, just to make it more interesting. Maybe you have some ham that you'd like to add. Now I'll stir that up a little bit, just like that. Now we're going to add the cheese. Add the cheese. And we'll stir it again a little bit. And now it's ready for the microwave. I always like to put a cozy or a cloth under the dish in the microwave so that when you take it out, you don't burn yourself. Now these eggs get very steamy, so it can really burn you very quickly. So when you're going to take it out, get somebody to help you with that, because it can get very, very hot. Now we'll start by closing up the microwave, and then we'll start with 30 seconds. After the 30 seconds, open it up. Now you're going to stir it up again just to make sure it cooks evenly. And it's not like too sloppy in one spot. Now we're going to do another 30 seconds. So after that second 30 seconds, I like to poke some holes in the top just to make sure. There we go. And then I'll do just maybe 10 more seconds just for good measure. And it's done. Now that your egg is done, you can either just flip it onto a plate, hang on to the edges, and you can use this egg to either eat just by itself, or you can add it to a bagel or an English muffin for the perfect sandwich. It smells delicious. It tastes delicious too. Yum. Here are the things that you're going to need to make French toast croissant. You're going to need an egg, a little bit of milk, some butter, a croissant, a bowl, some cinnamon and nutmeg. I'm using a banana, but you might have a different kind of fruit that you like. Maybe you like strawberries or blueberries or raspberries or blackberries. You're going to need a knife to cut your croissant and a fork to stir with. And of course, you're going to need a frying pan and a spatula. Let's get started. We're going to start by cutting our croissant horizontally, sideways. So I've got a bread knife that I'm using. And you cut it as if you were going to make a sandwich with it. Cut it into two so that you can open it up just like that. We're going to set this aside for a moment. Get rid of the crumbs. And now we're going to have our bowl. And we're going to put our egg in the bowl. And really, I find if you're doing this, if you're making more than one croissant, you need basically one egg for each croissant that you're going to make. If you're making them for several people, like your family, you're going to need one egg for every person. Now we're going to mix up that egg. Just like that. And now we're going to add the splash of milk. And we'll mix some more. Now I'm gonna season it up a little bit with some cinnamon. So just add a little shake of cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg, not too much. And then we'll mix it some more. Now's the time to turn on the stove. So you're going to need your grown-up for this part to help you so you don't get burnt. We're going to turn our stove onto medium heat. And then we're going to add some butter to the pan so our croissant doesn't stick to it. Don't forget to have a grown-up helping you with this part. Now that your butter is melting into your pan, we'll give that egg mixture one more stir. And then we're going to pop in one of our croissants into the bowl, and we'll turn it over so that both sides are covered with the egg mixture. And then we'll use our fork so we can stab it into the... Oops. There we go. And then we can pop that right into the frying pan. And then get the other side and put that in the bowl as well. So make sure that your croissant is completely covered. And then we'll put that into the pan as well. Now we just have to wait till it starts to cook. It's just starting to sizzle, so it's time to flip these over. You have to flip them a couple of times to make sure that they're evenly cooked. Oops, I got folded. This is just a little bit different than regular French toast. I like them because I find it gives you a little bit of a different flavor. Flip them again. These are really starting to smell good now. They're so delicious when they're done. Now, one thing I did forget to mention earlier, one more thing that you're going to need just to make this extra special is, of course, some whipped cream. You can't have French toast without whipped cream. I think these are just about done. Oh, they're the golden brown, just like I said. Oh, looks and smells delicious already. Turn off the stove. And we're ready to put this on a plate. Now that it's on the plate, you're ready to decorate it. So you're going to chop up your banana. Put it on top. Just like that. So you can cover your croissant. just like that. And now we're going to add some whipped cream. Love this part. Actually, before we do that, I think I'm going to add a little maple syrup to mine. Just a little bit. And then we're going to add the whipped cream. And voila! You have the perfect French croissant French toast. Delicious. The only thing left to do, enjoy! I hope your brunch turns out as good as mine did. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and I bet your family will too. Have a great week, everyone. Don't forget to check in next week to see what other fun things we're going to do.
Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba.